mad if you do these 10 things. Let's dive into the intricate psyche of a narcissist, where even the slightest trigger can set off a tumultuous storm. Their capacity to handle frustration, rejection, or criticism is fragile, intertwined with deep-seated insecurities, masked by a facade of grandiosity. Any reminder of their shortcomings can inflict what's termed as narcissistic injury, igniting a chaotic spiral, often directed at those who challenge their inflated self-image or hold them accountable. While we don't endorse provoking or intentionally harming narcissists, it's essential to understand the triggers that unveil their true nature. In today's video, we'll explore 10 scenarios that could send any narcissist into a tailspin, revealing the fragile core beneath their veneer of confidence. At the pinnacle of our list, we have number 10, accountability conundrum. Forcing a narcissist to own up to their actions is akin to shaking the very foundation of their carefully crafted persona. These individuals, known for evading responsibility like a master escape artist, recoil at the mere suggestion of acknowledging their flaws or mishaps. Why? It all boils down to their delicate sense of self-worth and the precarious balance of their inflated egos. Admitting fallibility would puncture their illusion of superiority, exposing them as fallible beings like the rest of us, a reality they vehemently resist. Thus, they deploy a myriad of defense mechanisms, from denial to deflection, to shield their fragile egos from the sting of accountability. Now, on to number 9, instant gratification denial. In a groundbreaking study by psychologists Simon Vazer and David C. Founder, the impulsive nature of narcissists takes center stage. Their research reveals a penchant for prioritizing immediate gratification, particularly in domains that bolster their ego and social standing. Denying them swift satisfaction in these arenas strikes at the core of their entitlement, eliciting a furious backlash. After all, in their eyes, such privileges are rightfully theirs, and any impediment to their gratification is met with vehement indignation. At number 8 on our countdown, we have exposing the act. Shining a light on a narcissist's missteps can send them spiraling into a whirlwind of discomfort. Criticism, especially when justified, has a unique power to stir one of their deepest, darkest emotions, shame. Dr. Ramani Darvasula asserts that calling out a narcissist in public can unleash a torrent of anger and defensiveness, as they scramble to deflect blame and paint themselves as victims. Yet, even private confrontations rarely yield change, as their inflated egos refuse to entertain anything that threatens their carefully constructed facade. And now let's delve into number 7, triggering their fragility. Beneath their grandiose exterior lies a fragile foundation of insecurity. Narcissists harbor deep-seated fears of inadequacy in various facets of life, from appearance to intellect to social status. Critiquing these superficial qualities can ignite a firestorm of shame-fueled rage, as they fiercely guard their fragile egos from any perceived threat. While dealing with benign narcissists may be tiresome, treading lightly around the more malignant types is paramount to avoid provoking their potentially dangerous reactions. At number 6 on our list, we have the strategy of silence. Narcissistic individuals thrive on conflict and chaos, often seeking attention through arguments and discord. By refusing to engage in arguments or provide explanations, you deny them the attention they crave. This deprivation of their desired narcissistic supply, whether positive or negative, can lead them to a state of frustration and confusion. Without the fuel of attention, they may find themselves adrift, their minds reeling from the absence of validation. It's crucial to note that this tactic doesn't apply to constructive, respectful disagreements essential for healthy relationships. And now moving on to number 5, suggesting professional help. Hinting at the need for a narcissist to seek professional mental health support can trigger a vehement reaction. They may react with intense anger, denial, and deflection, accusing the suggester of being the one in need of help. Denying any wrongdoing or mental health issues, they may project their insecurities onto the one making the suggestion, dismissing it as an attempt to discredit or remove them from the picture. At number 4, we have the power of boundaries. Setting clear and unwavering boundaries is a powerful strategy for dealing with the incessant manipulation of narcissists. By establishing firm limits, you disrupt their expectation of one-sided relationships where they dictate the terms. This refusal to accommodate their boundary violations challenges their sense of entitlement and control over others. Since narcissists see people as mere objects for their gratification, they struggle when confronted with boundaries that restrict their behavior. Moving on to number 3, threatening their control. Narcissists thrive on maintaining power and control in relationships, and any suggestion that their dominance may be challenged unsettles them. They resent the idea that their partner could assert agency and potentially end the relationship, as it undermines their perceived superiority. In response, they may resort to intensified manipulation tactics, such as making false promises, issuing insincere apologies, or even ending the relationship themselves to maintain the illusion of control. At number 2, we have the power of departure. This point dovetails with the previous one. Narcissists detest being left or experiencing a breakup. While nobody relishes such events, a narcissist's reaction goes beyond mere sorrow for the loss of a partner. Instead, it's rooted in their aversion to losing control. Being on the receiving end of a breakup triggers their deep-seated fear of relinquishing dominance, igniting feelings of shame and anxiety about losing their source of narcissistic supply. Now let's delve into number 1, publicly exposing their shortcomings. For narcissists, safeguarding their fragile egos is paramount. Their inflated self-importance and grandiose demeanor serve as shields against perceived threats to their self-image. Consequently, nothing wounds their ego more than having their deficiencies laid bare in public. Even the slightest hint of vulnerability or imperfection can provoke an exaggerated response, disproportionate to the situation. This relentless dread of public exposure impedes their capacity for self-reflection and hinders personal growth. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to explore our related content for more insights. Find out if your heart is closed for good. Ready to delve into the perplexing world of how narcissists perceive themselves as helpless. Your voice might seem insignificant, but brace yourself for a journey through the tumultuous landscapes of relationships, where self-centered individuals spiral out of control. But why do they behave this way? It's because they crave control, wielding power like a menacing weapon to dominate others and assert authority. Join me as we uncover the cunning tactics narcissists employ to maintain their grip. Fear not, even in the darkest moments, there remains hope. Today, we'll unveil 10 harrowing scenarios that can unsettle even the most fearless narcissists. These are the instances that shake the very foundation of their ego-driven existence. Embark on this thrilling journey, for the insights you're about to receive will empower you to shield yourself from their deceptive maneuvers. Get ready, for this is an opportunity you cannot afford to miss. No more delays. Let's explore 10 situations that can instill fear even in the heart of a narcissist. 1. Defying authority takes center stage in the arena of rebellion against the ego's tyranny. Have you ever found yourself entangled in a power struggle with a narcissist? Liberation awaits. Reject their manipulative machinations, assert your autonomy, and wield your power with utmost significance. As you contemplate their intentions and embrace self-reliance, the narcissist's realm quavers with uncertainty. Failure to elicit the desired response may escalate their aggression. Skilled in prioritizing their own interests, narcissists adeptly manipulate situations to suit their needs. Stay vigilant, resist their grasp, stand firm, and embrace your independence. 2. Navigating the narcissistic realm requires finesse and creativity. Preferring authentic affection over the distorted version offered by narcissists, withholding praise can trigger significant upheavals in their constructed world. Without constant adoration, they may resort to emotional manipulation. Remember, you cannot dictate their self-worth. Instead, strategically manage your interactions. Holding back praise helps minimize harm. You are not obligated to give anyone your love, time, or energy. Prioritize your well-being, set clear boundaries, and prioritize self-care. 3. Finding tranquility amidst narcissistic turmoil is paramount. Narcissists thrive on chaos, deliberately stirring conflicts to maintain control. Regain power by controlling your emotional responses. Their tactics often include lies, manipulation, and exploitation. Rejecting their provocations renders their efforts futile, reducing their interest. Resist the temptation to engage in their manipulative games. You owe no interaction to those who do not enrich your life. A composed demeanor sends a potent message. Their disruptive behavior holds no sway over your emotions. Establish firm boundaries, reject negativity, and encourage self-reflection. 4. Peeling away the layers of narcissistic illusion requires courage and determination. Embedded within the intricate facade of a narcissist lies a world of deceit. Manipulation crumbles under scrutiny, inciting reactions of anger, aggression, or fear. Identify their negative traits, reveal their true character, confront harmful behaviors, and establish boundaries for your well-being. 5. Breaking free from the narcissist's tangled web is a liberating journey. While life may ensnare us in other schemes, for narcissists, drama is their oxygen. With cunning precision, they weave intricate narratives, disrupting emotional stability. Beneath their facade of confidence lies deep-seated insecurity and reliance on others. Drama becomes their currency for seeking attention and validation. Establish firm boundaries, reject their manipulative games, and send a clear message. You refuse to be a pawn in their theatrical production. Liberation demands firm resolve. Complete disengagement is vital for lasting peace. Firmly decline their attempts to involve you and refocus on what truly matters. 6. Peeling away the layers of narcissistic illusion reveals the elusive reality beneath. Have you ever found yourself caught in the complex web of a narcissist's facade? When their manipulations are exposed to scrutiny, their reactions range from anger to fear. Identify their negative traits, reveal their true character, confront harmful actions, and establish boundaries for your well-being. 7. Unveiling the truth in the public eye strips the narcissist of their carefully crafted mask. Have you ever wondered what truly frightens a narcissist? It's the prospect of public exposure and shame. Their inflated sense of superiority relies on maintaining a flawless image. When threatened, their facade crumbles, revealing a vulnerable figure beneath the layers of deceit. Though confronting their inappropriate behavior may be uncomfortable, it exposes their true nature for all to see. 8. Reclaiming authority from the grip of narcissistic control is essential for personal empowerment. Have you ever longed for autonomy and independence? Now picture a narcissist consumed by an insatiable thirst for control. Their demands drain your energy and chip away at your self-worth. Asserting your autonomy is paramount. Make it unequivocally clear that manipulative behavior will not be tolerated. establish firm boundaries, assert your authority, and refuse to succumb to feelings of inferiority. Your needs and desires are valid. Seize control of your life, make decisions based on your own aspirations, and recognize the inherent worth within you. 9. Mastering the art of constructive criticism can dismantle the narcissist's facade with carefully chosen words. Critiquing a narcissist, particularly regarding their appearance, strikes at the core of their inflated ego. Their deep-seated insecurities turn such comments into a sensitive trigger, potentially bruising their self-esteem and exposing their fragile facade. If providing feedback is unavoidable, approach with caution, selecting your words thoughtfully and steering clear of a judgmental tone. It's natural to feel apprehensive, but don't let their self-absorption cloud your judgment. Beneath their facade lies vulnerability. Expressing genuine emotions can catalyze healing and foster personal growth. 10. Peeling away the layers of a narcissist's victimhood reveals the truth behind their elaborate facade. Witnessing a loved one navigate challenges is challenging enough, but dealing with a narcissist, masters of manipulation who often adopt the victim's role, adds another layer of complexity. Recognize that you are not responsible for their emotional well-being. When faced with criticism, they seek validation while avoiding accountability for their shortcomings. Sacrificing your emotional safety is not a prerequisite. You owe no obligation to fix someone who refuses to mend themselves. Today, I want to delve into the dynamics between empaths and narcissists. Empaths are often recognized for their compassion and willingness to aid those in distress. Consequently, narcissists are drawn to them, seeking individuals who will validate their narratives and inflate their egos. Empaths, attuned to the emotional intricacies of others, may empathize with the narcissist's fabricated tales and perceive them as victims. This inclination may lead empaths to divulge their innermost thoughts and feelings to the narcissist, unknowingly providing ammunition for manipulation. It's essential for empaths to recognize the potential for exploitation when engaging with narcissists. Despite their altruistic nature, empaths must prioritize their own well-being and steer clear of abusive situations. Regrettably, many sensitive individuals fall victim to the deceit and manipulation of narcissists. Due to their own insecurities, empaths are particularly susceptible to falling prey to narcissists, succumbing to gaslighting, and becoming dependent on their partners. While narcissists possess a knack for controlling others, it appears that hyper-empaths are more resistant to manipulation. I'll explore this phenomenon further in the upcoming discussion. Researchers have yet to coin a term for this particular subset of empaths, though they share similarities with their counterparts. In this video, we'll refer to them as super-empaths. If you're an empath who suspects a narcissist is impacting you, then today's psychology film is a must-watch. It delves into how and why a resilient empath can dismantle a narcissist's ego. Be sure to stay tuned until the end to grasp the crux of the discussion. Before delving further, let's explore what sets a super empath apart and how you can harness your unique brand of empathy as a strength. Hyper-empaths are profoundly influenced by their environment and the emotions of those around them. They possess a quiet demeanor, keen observation skills, and a tendency to be easily swayed in close relationships. Their struggle to establish emotional boundaries without apparent cause underscores the importance of integrity, which hinges on honesty and transparency. In contrast, the super-empath rejects the notion that all empaths are gullible and easily manipulated. Their honesty, self-awareness, and self-love are admirable, despite their humility. Employing the narcissist's own hurtful words against them can evoke discomfort, a tactic often disregarded by those driven purely by emotion. Super empaths, armed with confidence and self-assurance, possess the ability to outwit even the most deceitful and self-absorbed narcissists. Despite the narcissist's adeptness at gaining trust and affection, the super empath remains vigilant and resilient. Even if the narcissist exerts considerable effort to persuade others of their fabricated narcissistic persona, an empath who truly understands them will ultimately prevail. However, it's important to acknowledge that not all individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, will inflict harm upon you. Disregarding their presence doesn't always provoke an attack, but it does carry inherent risks. Narcissists derive satisfaction from various reactions, whether positive or negative. Thus, seeking retribution or feeling compelled to prove them wrong only serves to fuel their narcissistic tendencies further. If feasible, maintain a distance from them at all costs. During challenging times, having a supportive network of individuals who comprehend the situation can prove invaluable. Should narcissists attempt to isolate you by disseminating false information, it becomes crucial to prepare your close friends and family for the potential misinterpretation or spread of falsehoods. Failure to address this seriously could lead to adverse consequences, as they may harbor malicious intentions. Let's embark on defeating narcissists with kindness, if you're prepared. First, a super empath's sense lets them tell when someone is trying to trick them. In real life, super empaths don't always get the praise they deserve. When people meet them, they may seem naive, stupid, or helpless because they are friendly and trust others too much. To put it simply, yes. Empaths often believe lies because they are always looking for the best in other people. When they talk to a narcissist, they might be dangerous because they lower their guard right away. They are more intuitive than people who don't have as much empathy, which helps them see new patterns before they become ingrained. Because it goes against their nature, super empaths may be skeptical of bad behavior. There is clearly something wrong with their eyes. A narcissist might keep up a front for a long time and try to make their connections rely on them less and less, and the empath is pretty much as naive as you'd expect. They might not understand right away that the narcissist is lying to get their love. A strong psychic, on the other hand, will be able to see through any cracks in the shell. Second, they usually know themselves well and are sure of themselves. People who have a lot of understanding tend to think highly of themselves. Since sense of self is such a vague idea, it makes sense that it can take time to understand how important it is. This piece gives an example of this. Nasty people often use gaslighting to get what they want because it's an easy way for them to control other people. In the 1944 movie of the same name, the term was first used to refer to a married couple. The woman starts to question her health as she can't remember who she is. The husband constantly told his crazy wife she was hallucinating and used gaslighting. She will soon lose her mind. What could the wife's faith in the great movie have done for her in real life? Do you think she would have thought she was dreaming if she was sure of who she was and had a strong sense of self-worth? She would have thought about it, counted how many times she had hallucinated, come to the conclusion that there had been none, and then yelled at her husband to fix the lights, sure that he was crazy for not seeing the problem. No matter how many people try to tell them they are wrong or crazy, a healthy super empath will never question their worth or identity. On the other hand, they might drive the narcissist crazy, which would make them a very desirable prize. They are in a great situation to give others the praise they want because they are sure of themselves and kind, but it is hard to reach them. Very empathic people always remember specifics. To put it simply, narcissists are crazy about themselves. People who have this trait often think they are the only ones who forget things. To put it simply, yes. As a group, narcissists tend to ignore information that could be very important. Narcissists, on the other hand, have a big character flaw. They have trouble accepting praise. You can brag all you want about what you've done, but people will either ignore or downplay it. It is possible to forget about someone completely in some situations. Instead, they keep track in their minds of all the ways that reality is not like their ideal. Empaths, on the other hand, listen carefully and show real worry when a narcissist is emotionally weak, no matter how skewed the narcissist's story may be. In addition, they remember everything good and bad. A narcissist might try to control your emotions by pointing out your flaws and shortcomings, but they'll probably get important things like your name wrong. Super empaths, on the other hand, will remember everything the narcissist ever said to them. A narcissist knows exactly what to say to keep the upper hand and make the other person feel bad. Making fun of a narcissist is easy. Super empaths will do anything to help others, but they hate it when other people are in pain. Fourth, great empaths are smart and good at what they do. Narcissists have a hard time with effective empathy, but they can still get cognitive empathy from others. People who are against narcissists are usually very empathetic and know the narcissist's real weaknesses from past contacts. They also know when they start to lose the calm they usually have. Very rarely does an empath, let alone a super empath, use their ability to feel other people's feelings to get something for themselves. But narcissists don't have this narcissist, and it's the only thing that could stop them when they are about to lose control because they are angry or sorry for something they did. 5. Very good empaths are naive. Everyone knows that empaths and super empaths are innocent and naive, which makes people think they will get along with others. As often as you can, pray for the narcissist. The narcissist probably comes into the relationship with the goal of hurting the empath, even if the empath doesn't deserve it. When empaths are mistreated, on the other hand, they feel very angry. They are polite and friendly, and they're patient until someone hurts them. They won't give up on their quest for justice, even if it means using the same methods they used before. In the end, their most sensitive teachers taught them how important it is to be honest, not one to sugarcoat things. They don't want to get involved with the narcissist's games and are honest. People who are super empathic are the first to tell when a narcissist is trying to hurt their image. Empaths care about the narcissist's shame and regret, but they will look for every chance to lessen the narcissist's power. This is the end of the movie for today. In the part below, write down what you think and feel about the subject. Could an empath get a narcissist to give up? Please click the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications